Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdModeOn, and I'll be doing a gameplay commentary over some Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Before we begin the official commentary, I'd like to take a few minutes and let you guys know that I appreciate all the support you've been giving the channel over the last couple of months. It means a lot to me, guys, and I wish I could express this in a word or a statement or even an action, but there's no possibilities for that to occur because, well, the internet doesn't exactly give to that degree, and I can't really showcase emotion because you guys don't physically see me doing any gestures or emotes or anything like that. So you have to take the words that I'm trying to emphasize on and just try to take them with a grain of salt, and hopefully you guys will understand. But I want you to understand that it's more complex than that, and everything you guys do means so much. It's so awesome to know that I'm still doing YouTube almost 3 years later. That's incredibly long. And it's crazy to think that the first time I bought my recording device was 3 years ago. The first time that I upgraded my PC and made it this phenomenal beast was, well, 8 months ago. And that's just nice to take into account. Obviously, I've switched softwares and upgraded and done all this stuff, but it's all because of you guys. You know, you guys obviously aren't funding this project. I'm doing a lot of that with work and other projects that I currently do in real life. But with that in mind, the incentive that you guys give me to make videos, to constantly get up every day and do this and spend hours upon hours making videos and going through the process of what a YouTuber does is phenomenal. And it's something that I would never give up, and I would never want to stop. You know, occasionally, you know, from time to time, it's like, oh, I do miss a day. And I miss a day probably because of real life or sleep schedules and all the stuff that I've used just to define to you guys that, you know, it can be complicated and complex sometimes. But that doesn't mean that I don't like it. Obviously, I like it if I've done it this long and there's no incentive to want to leave. Of course, I've been privileged to not have the, I guess, destructibility of the YouTube community collapsing on me. And that's something to, you know, take note of. Obviously, it looks like I've done a few things right with Machinima backing my channel and doing a lot of dual comms in the process. Obviously, you guys of the community supporting me along the way means more than anything, and it's nice to know that you guys at least like videos, share it on social media sites, engage in the conversation, and the list goes on. You guys know how this stuff goes. But, you know, I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate what you do, the guys that stick around for the very long time, the prolonged activity on my channel that are constantly in the comments below, liking videos, sharing it, getting engaged on Twitter. You know, I know who you are, and, you know, it's not that difficult. It's not like there's 10,000 of you guys, so I'm not having to try to, you know, understand your name and write it down and put it into an envelope and hopefully write save on it. Nah, it's a little bit easier. But I want you to know that your names are probably going to be embedded into my mindset even if I do push 1,000 subs or 10,000 or however big. I mean, obviously, YouTube is a format that upholds billions of users or millions, I don't know, it probably has billions. But with that in mind, you know, growing is just a process of YouTube and everybody does it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I look forward to hopefully hitting 1,000 subs this year, along with growing the audience with different games and formats and just all kind of fun stuff that the channel has to uphold, and it's all because of you guys. So I wanted you guys to know that, you know, your work doesn't go unnoted. It's just sometimes it can be hard to reach out to some of you guys in a video. So anyway, guys, I guess with that out of the way, I guess we will pursue onward to the official part of the commentary. You know, we got to add that official right there. We don't want to forget that part. But with that in mind, I guess here we go. So, anyway, guys, I guess you guys probably know by now, I've reiterated this a billion times, this is nothing new, but new content's coming to the channel, and I look forward to that. Now, some of you guys might be like, well, what games are you planning on doing? I've talked about it in a very small format. I kind of misplaced a lot of things. I wasn't sure about a few purchases, and overall, I'm hoping that you guys, the PC players of the community, can jump in there and maybe make some videos with me. That would be fun. However, I know some of you guys are console guys, and that's something to take into account, and I don't really want to buy the specific games for the console because, well, they're noticeably better for the PC. And that's something to take into account. It'll make sense when I start listing off the games, and a lot of them are PC exclusives only, so it only makes sense to obviously get it for the platform, which it was built off of. And the games that I've currently narrowed it down to, you guys know I'm going to spend a large sum of my paycheck on this, and it's because I'm kind of tired of playing the official AAA titles. You guys know my channel is basically built off of 2 games that have made my channel what it is. Hands down, it's probably Call of Duty Black Ops, or the Call of Duty franchise just in general. I guess I've all had the opportunity to showcase to the world what I have to offer. And with that in mind, Call of Duty is a big deal. But you guys know, it's Call of Duty. It's fun for a couple of months, and then when you max out, it's like, oh, why am I still playing this game? Like, there's no incentive. There's never been an incentive to play past max level. And I know some of you guys will differ. Some of you guys are probably loving Call of Duty. That's fine. I can definitely say I'm not. And with that in mind, I'm looking to expand and have actual fun playing games. Like you guys notice, like it's kind of hard to talk about Call of Duty in an uprising, happy mode because, I mean, we've all played it. It's the same game it was when it first came out. Nothing's changed. I mean, lag comp, the whole discussion of bad things that happen in the game, that still exists today. And I don't want to be another person to add to the stockpile, though I've done it multiple times, so I can't act like I'm this high horse, knight or whatever, prancing around the field. Like, nah, it doesn't work like that. But also another game that's done a lot for my channel, and is the main reason I think why some of you guys are probably still here, is because of Battlefield 3. I know those are two completely different audiences. One hates each other, the other one hates each other, they both collide, and well, nobody's won the war yet. So with that in mind, I guess it's like the console war, you're never going to win. So it's kind of interesting for my channel to coexist like that, which it's not a bad thing. I mean, I appreciate that the Battlefield guys, don't destroy Call of Duty videos that I make, and vice versa. You guys just seem to enjoy them, and that's always nice to know that you guys are at least moderately okay with each other. With that in mind, I'm looking to expand the channel to PC more games. Like you guys know, my PC's beefy. I don't need to go over specs again. I've done it a billion times. And if you don't know them, believe it or not, my channel page actually has everything that my PC's built off of besides my monitors, which that's kind of not important at all. They're not like HQ amazing expensive monitors. I mean, 300 bucks a pop, whatever, that's not a big deal. It's pretty standard for monitors. But with that in mind, Payday 2 looks like a game I really want to get. And the reason I want to get it is because it looks like a game that would be fun for friends. It's hard for me to play games that are fun with friends because I'm very competitive. I hate losing, I hate dying, I don't like having bad stats, so I have something to prove. And that's something that I've done in every Call of Duty game, every Battlefield game, even in single player games. If I die or a time trial looking thing comes up, that pisses me off. Like, I hate those. I hate timed missions. I've hated timed things for all my life, even if that's real life to even speak of. I always hated time test and math test, and testing in general sucked in high school. God, I hated that. But with that in mind, I'm very competitive. I like to be perfectionist at some things, if that's the word I want to use. I like to master the things that I play. That's why I play them for so long. That's why I get max level so quickly, because I pound the living fuck out of the game. Like, I don't just stop at max level. Even in Battlefield, I was 10 million XP over on console alone before I was like, I need to quit playing. This is a little ridiculous. I had pretty much done more levels than what I needed to do. So with that in mind, what I'm really trying to say is Payday 2 looks like a game that'll be great with friends, even if I don't have friends that buy it on day one or even months later. I'm sure that the community will step in and take those places. That's fine. Along with other games, I want to do Trials Evolution, even though I'm going to get that in the gold package, so I get 2 for the price of 1 with all the customizable maps that the community has made. That should be a lot of fun. And even if I don't have friends that, have the game or can play it or anything of that format, it'll still be a game that is entertaining. It can still be something new. It can be a multiplayer experience. I don't know, Trials is pretty much building up as it stands now, so that should be a game that'll be pretty fun for the whole family. With that in mind, guys, also another games that include are the Counter-Strike Source package thing. I don't know, I'm pretty bad with this kind of stuff. Trouble in Terrorist Town looks like a game like a lot of fun. It should be fun, and Garry's Mod, of course, sprinkled in there. I don't know if I'll like it a lot. I've seen a few of the mini games that look kind of fun, but knowing me, that'll be something interesting. So those are a couple of titles that I've picked out, guys. If you guys want to add to the listing, I would appreciate it. I mean, I just really want to make this work. I want to have games that you guys enjoy watching. I don't want to just force down Call of Duty and Battlefield down your throat because, well, I'm not a troll person. You guys know this. I mean, if I just told you I'm competitive, there's a good chance that I don't run around and troll people. So that's something to take into account, and that's not something that I normally do. So, my field of vision, my field to actually express myself, my channel to you guys, is limited to a very small market, and the competitive market isn't very big unless you're an MLG player, which then it's even not that big anyway. So anyway, guys, that's just pretty much it. I just want to talk about a few things with you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next installment. This is NMO, and I'll be signing out, guys. Peace.